Hi, my name's Phil from Fun to Fix. Welcome to my channel. This time I'm going to show you how to fix a Bang Olufsen CD50 stereo system. Stay tuned. So this is Bang Olufsen's Biogram CD50. It was their very first CD player, which was designed to be part of a stacking system around about 1984, so it's quite an old unit. The difference on this one is when you put the disc in, it's actually placed into the motorised drawer upside down as opposed to normal CD players. It's supposed to be very nice sounding and a very functional machine for its age. This unit is actually designed to be a component of the Biosystem 5000, and for that reason it's got a data link connection on the back. But unusually it's actually got two phono outputs, so you should be able to plug this into any standard stereo system. So I bought this off eBay. It was £32 plus postage, £8, so £40 it cost me for this, which I think is quite good because I've seen some of these for sale, £299 to £399 fully working. But what's wrong with this one? Well, it's down as Bang Olufsen Biogram CD50 CD player, repair or spares. Doesn't open, so I'm assuming means the CD, or respond to commands. Display scrambled, has original manual, which I did have, so I've got the original manual here, which is all very nice actually, this original manual. It's got some nice pictures in and a little sticker there with the full model number and everything on it there. So yeah, it tells you how all the operations work and how to connect it up, etc. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's nice to have that. So I'll keep that with the unit. So let's see then. So what we need to do now is let's plug it in and see what we can and can't do with it. So it's quite a big hefty unit, so you're going to have to bear with me as I try and lift it up to show you the display or anything. So okay, right. So I should be able to stand it on the end. Yeah, should be alright. So this is what we've got at the moment then. So yes, it has got a scrambled display, as you can see from there. No idea what that could be. And if we press the open, I'm not sure if I can hear anything at all going there. And in with the CD there. So I think it's yeah, so definitely a bit of a mess. I've got a display button there. Don't know if that display is changing. Looks like it is. Play button here, and we've got an open button there, but nothing's really happening, so I think let's get it apart, let's have a look and let's see what we've got. So I think it's supposed to have some, in fact that's remains of one, some little feet that fit here. If you look there, there and there, that's where there has been one before, but there isn't anymore. So I wonder if you can maybe get those feet. We'll have to see whether we can get that. Okay, so let's find some screws and let's get into it. Okay, it was a bit harder than it should have been, but you basically need to undo the two screws at the back and a few screws at the bottom, and then push the top towards the back. Then it should just lift off, like so. Which is excellent. So I can here we go. So these are the threads that the catches at the back go into. Right, so here we go. So this is what we've got. So this is all very interesting. So just notice there's actually a CD inside as well, so that's interesting. So I might get a free CD out of this. let's see if we can open the drawer, figure out how the drawer opens. There's a lovely little micro switch under there, which is going off to this brown, which will go into on the circuit boards, I would think. These here. So let's plug it back in now and see, keep your fingers away from it obviously. We've got a big transformer here, 240 volts coming in. I'm just going to see if I can see anything around this side. Oh, hear anything moving? Here we go. Oh, disc is spinning. It appears to be playing. Gonna skip a track. Moving on to the next track. Next track. Yeah, mechanism slowly moving on. So it could be an issue that obviously the door doesn't open and the display is just faulty. So when I press the open button I can actually hear something. I can hear a motor wearing. Okay, let's try and take this CD part out here so we can have a look what's going on underneath. So I'm going to undo these 4 screws here because they're definitely holding the CD tray in. Okay, so that's loose. Now, what I'm not getting is why have we got these? There's some black stops here stopping this coming out. Look on the side. Also, there's little bits falling off it. I could maybe loosen that one. Okay, that's that one. Now that will allow me, I could get this one off here, but this rod's in the way here, which is the rod that stops the drawer going too far back. And I don't want to bend it. Actually, if I move that, give me a bit more leverage. I'll get that out of the way. Ah! Okay, I'll possibly get underneath now to get that. I'm going to put these back, I don't know. That's it. Right, we are in. So that goes with that. Okay, so. Oh, there is a black stop there, I never noticed it. So I've managed just to move this little bit, this wire in here. And I can almost get it up, but it's just pulling on that cable tie there, so I'm just going to snip that cable tie. I can always put another cable tie back there. It's actually quite nice, it's a piece of cord. There we go. So I'm hoping now I can turn this over, and I'll put a piece of paper on there just to protect that. And then I can have a look at what this CD is. Hey, there we go. Here we go, what is it? It is, okay, Genesis. Turn it on again, the hits. Okay, it's a free CD then, so that's not bad. Right, so now I can see underneath here. So, just really working out how this drawer is going to come out. I'm sure it has to lift up. How does it lift up? Okay, so let's plug it in and let's just see if we can see anything happening underneath when we try to open the door. I think it thinks there's a disc in there now. Okay, I can hear something turning again. It's definitely down here. I'm not sure what it's supposed to turn. And then cogs will turn, but very stiffly. Oh, there we go. So I'm turning this cog now. That's going down. Right. Okay, that one. There we go. There we go. So now the drawer is moving forward. Right. Whee, that's really tight. So here comes the drawer. Can I pull it? Yeah. There we go. Right, I can see everything now. So, there's a drive belt. Right, it's coming from. So there's a motor here, and the drive belt is here. So let's just see. I think we press a plate. It's supposed to do that again. Not sure if that's motor making the noise. Yes. When I'm pushing that belt on, it's moving ever so slightly. So I think, let me just have a look inside there, but I think that belt has probably stretched and it needs a new belt. Which, if that's the only problem, that's great. I've ordered a belt anyway, so I will be getting a new belt for this, because it makes sense why I've got it on track to replace the belt. Although looking at it, it's going to be quite a pain to get in, I think. The belt is tight. I think it's really, feels really slack to me. Let me just see if I squeeze that belt together to tighten it up. Does that make a difference? Let's try again. Sure, I'd like to know if that, just see if I can see whether that is actually spinning inside, because that'll make a difference. Yeah, it is. So that motor is spinning like mad, but that belt is actually driving nothing. It's very, very slowly going round, I don't know if you can see, but that is very slowly moving in. It's trying its best to do it. So I think that is exactly the problem, is the fact that that belt there is stretched and it's useless. It's very interesting getting that belt on. So it's looking like I'll probably have to take this cog off, which means I've got to take this off. Let's get into a stop point here. There you go. So that just activates a micro switch, and now this is going the other way. And it's pulling this drawer in really slowly. Oh, it's coming out now. Right, if I now help it. What have I hit there? It's coming back out again. Now it's going in. There you go. Very clever. All these things going on here. Look, this is all activated something. There's little micro switches down here. But that's excellent. So I mean, that really is just needs that belt replacing. So can I get this out from there? All I need to do is start that rotating. That's it. Yep. So that comes. Oh, that's what that stops for. Let me just turn the power off. It's still trying to wind it back in again. Right. Okay. So I don't think that belt is going to go between those two cogs. So to get a new belt in, it looks like I'm going to have to take this cog off, that cog off, and that cog off. So I've decided that what I'm going to do now is change the drive belt, because the drive belt has now been delivered. So there we go. So I've got a new drive belt there. So let's get this out and we'll have a look and we'll see if we can get that drive belt changed. It looks like it's quite a fiddly job, but let's see what we can do. Alright, so I've got the drawer fully open. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a photo of this cog here in what position it is, and then hopefully we'll be able to get it back together exactly the same position in with this door open and where it is on these teeth here. So let me just do that. Now it looks like it's got a very, very small Allen key in there, so let me get that undone. Okay, so that's screwed on. You have to unscrew it as well as taking the grub screw out. So I'll leave them to that. Okay, so that now won't go all the way because this is there. It's only held on by one screw by the looks of it, so let's pop that off. There it is. Okay, so put that back there. What I'm going to do is get a little pen, put a little mark just on there, so now that needs to go back towards that. Okay. So will that just lift up, hopefully. Very brittle, I don't want to break it. Let's get a bit more leverage underneath really. It is lifting. Yep, it's coming. So it's definitely getting the exact teeth. I'll tell you what we'll do as well then. I'm also going to mark here. So I know exactly where that tooth needs to be, in case that turns. Yep, it's coming. There's no springs, no surprises underneath. Don't think so. And off. There we go. So there's the drive belt that we've been looking for. It's going to be quite hard going onto that, but if we get this one off here, and this doesn't matter which way this goes, so it's got no shape to it. So that's simply a matter of popping that circlip off, and we should be able to get that out. So let's do that. Came off nicely. Let's lift that one up. And there we have it. So I should now be able to get this belt off, and let's compare it to the new one. Hopefully the new one is much shorter. Okay, there's the old one. And here is the new belt. So see, there is a difference in the size. Not massively, but hopefully that will be enough to make it not work. So I'll put that to one side. Now what we need to do is to lift this on. So it needs to go under and hook under there first. Get some light in. Pretty tight fit, I think, to go underneath. Aha. I think I'm around the back of it. Okay, that's definitely on it. Doesn't seem as tight as I was hoping it would be, to be honest. Doesn't seem tight at all. Okay, let's put these cogs back in and see what happens. So I can just put that one in there. I think we'll just put this in there. Now this rotates. Actually, it's got nowhere locking. Interesting. Now, screw that on. I'm not going to put the other one through yet. This is a lot of mechanism to turn with a little rubber band. Quite heavy. Okay, so let's pop this back on here. Just put this back together. Right, so everything plugged back in. Let's see what happens now. So I've now reassembled the CD part of it here, and obviously with the new drive belt fitted. So let me show you that this is now working. So I've pressed the open button here. Out comes the tray. And then using the original CD that I found when we opened it up, put that in there and touch the tray. That now loads, the CD raises up, and it's now sat there ready to play. So now by pressing the play button at this end, the laser moves, the motor spins, CD is now spinning. It's a little bit noisy. I had a look at that. It seems to be the plastic within the plastic. I'm not sure I can do much about it, but with the cover on, you probably won't hear that anyway. So that's now playing, presumably the first tracks. Obviously I can't tell because of this display. So now if I press this, this moves to the next track. And if you see these little cogs here moving, that moves it along. If I do that again, if you watch these cogs. So they're now moving the laser along, and that will move along and play each of the individual tracks. If I press and hold this button now, that should stop it. So you see the motor now stops, and if I now press the open button, that will now eject the disc. And out she comes. And take the disc out and push the drawer, and it goes back in. Should just shut the drawer. So there we go. So that's the fix to the drive belt. So that brings us to the end of part 1 of this video, where we've just fixed the drive belt. In part 2 we'll take a look at that scramble display and see if we can fix that as well. So don't forget, if you like these sort of videos, then please hit that subscribe button and please press that like button. Until the next time, take care.